Bismillah. Okay, folks, welcome back. We're looking at an exercise on expressing A as a percentage of B. So, for example, now, say for example, this scenario here, question number 1, 10 out of 50. Say for example, somebody got 10 out of 50 in a test. So that's you want to find out the percentage. So, what does the out of mean, Lishka? The out of means? It means? Divide. Out of means divide. Of means times. Now, how can we write down, hang on a second, how can we write down this divide sign? This divide sign can be written like, here, this. So 10 divided by 50 can be rewritten as a fraction. So 10 out of 50 in a test means 10 divided by 50. 10 out of 50 is a fraction. Now, Hafsa, I want to change this fraction into a percentage. What do we do? Time by 100 over 1, which is the traditional technique. Now, how do we do that? We cancel diagonally and vertically if we can. So if you look at this here and this one here, and we look at this diagonal here, 50 divided by 50 is 100 divided by 50 is 2. Now, because we can't cancel anymore, because 1's really simple, 1's really simple, can't do any more cancelling, we multiply at the top numbers and we multiply at the bottom numbers. So that gives you 10 times by 2 is 20. Divided by 1, which is
20.
So the final answer is 20%. So 10 out of 50 in a test means 20% gone.
Is there another method?
There's lots of methods. You can use equivalent method. Equivalent method.
I would have just done.
Right. 60 as a percentage of 200. So what do we write on top and what do we write on bottom? 60 as a percentage of means out of 200. And then we need to answer. So 60 over 200 in the traditional method, which times by 100 over 1. So we will try to cancel diagonally and vertically. So I'm going to do these two numbers here. I'll divide them both by 100. Then I'm now going to cancel vertically. Divide that by 2. Divide that by 2. That leaves me with 30 times by 1 over 1 times by 1. So that gives us an answer of 30 over 1 equals 30%. That's one way. That's using traditional method. Now, Moise is going to explain to us how we do it using the equivalent technique. So Moise, equivalent technique, you have to make it equal to
100.
100, because percentage means out of 100.
200 divided by 2.
So 200 divided by 2 will give you 100. And 60
divided by 2.
2 is 30. So the answer is
30%.
Which is much quicker. But that only works if this number here is a multiple of 100 or a factor of 100. And you can use the dividing and multiplying technique. Yeah. Otherwise, this is the traditional method. And that's that particular question. Now, I'm going to give you some questions I want you to try. I would like you to do question from the sheet. Question 2. Okay. Question 7. Question 11. And question 14. So you got those 4 questions to do now. I'm just going to pause the video while you try them. Equivalent method, changing 15 out of 25 as a percentage. Make it equal to 100 hundredths. So how do we change 25 to 100? What do we do to it?
Times 4.
Times by 4. What we do to the bottom, we do to the top. So that gives us
60%.
So the answer is 60%. That's using equivalent method because it's easy, because 25 is a factor of 100. Similarly, if you had 8, somebody scored 8 or 8 bulbs were broken out of a box of 10, 8 out of 10, 8 over 10. make it equivalent to 100.
The next one's 80.
So we can do that in a similar way. How does 10 become 100? You times it by 10. What you do to the bottom, you do to the top. So that gives you 80 over 100. So the answer is,
So, luckily, all
80
of these
over
will
percent.
produce the equivalent method.
apart from the last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just do it.
So all of these, to change these fractions into percentage, we can use the equivalent technique because the numbers at the moment are all factors of 100. So 50 will be timed by 2. Timed by 2.
Now the
30.
4, 12. Is it times by 100 over 1 or divided by 100
For this
over
one here, you times it by 100 over 1. For that one.
1?
So the answer is
8%. 12 into 100 now.
so 4 over 12. Divide that by 4. Divide that by 4. So we got 1 times by 100 is 100. And 3 times by 1 on the bottom, which is 3. What's 100 divided by 3?
101, 33 and
33 and a third percent. So them are the classwork questions I gave you to do. Well done, folks, if you got all those right. Okay, that's the end of that particular video.